Hey guys, it's your girl Lunar back again with another set of videos for y'all. Today we are working on the weekly forecast for October 5th through October 11th, 2020. Let me get out by saying this. This week is definitely going to be impactful. Like, things going to be popping off. And y'all just going to be like, what? It's like head turning at every point. It's like you won't be able to be like, hold up, whoa. It's like you trying to catch up to all of it, but at the same time it's like it makes sense. You'll see once it starts happening. You're just gonna be like, oh, gotcha. But yeah, so that's how it's gonna be. And some people probably just gonna sit back and be like, we kind of figured this was gonna happen. We knew. Like that's how some people gonna be. But let me show you these oracle cards, right? So we have Moth Spirit, Surrender Now. Beautiful, right? Proper Burial for Freedom, Sacrifice to Osiris, Lord of the Dead. Knot of Isis, Energetic Stabilization with the Buckle of the Beloved. Fire Element, Teaches. Wholeness, Mandala, Mujita. Unconditional Love, Padma, Mujita. Fluidity, Matsa, Mujita. Oneness, Mana, Ratna, Mujita. Nourishment, Mira, Mujita. Passion, Creation, Impartiality, Discovery. Alright. Now let's get started with the tarot part of this. So I'll be right back with that. See ya. Welcome to the tarot part for the weekly forecast for October 5th through October 11th, 2020. I knew I'll find a good intro for this eventually, and I finally did. Yay! But I'll give y'all some time to look at the oracle card too. Alright, so y'all got to look at the oracle cards, but something I want to point out. So looking at these, you see some kind of petal blossoming, and out of even the most hectic of stuff, something can always bloom in it. So keep that in mind for this week. Even though things may seem chaotic, don't make sense, things just happening the way it is, out of the chaos something can blossom from it. Just hold out hope that something will. Also, here's the Rider Waite deck. So say hello. Hello. Plus, I already have the cards already out. This is Ten of Swords, Temperance, Death. This for August. Not August. Good lordy. October 5th and 6th. Six of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Seven of Swords. This is for October 7th and 8th. Three of Swords. Ace of Wands. King of Swords. Knight of Pentacles. King of Cups. Two of Pentacles. And this is the weekend cards for October 9th through 11th. So, three things I want you to take away from this. First one is, what's done in the dark always come to light. Second, hindsight 2020. And karma is a bitch. Okay? Now, we're going to start with hindsight 2020. So with the hindsight, at that moment you will understand either the advice somebody gives you or the situation going around you. Months later, once you look back, or something clicks that day that makes you reflect back on that situation or that advice somebody gave you, it all of a sudden makes sense. And in a way, that's what this entire week's going to feel like. Things finally make sense. Puzzle pieces are clicking into place. And you just like, oh. Like, I didn't get it, but now I got it. And shit, I should have taken that advice they gave. Right, you should have, but you like, nah, I want to do it my way. Which is fine and all, but you could avoid a whole lot of trouble if you would have just done it their way the first time around. But I see why you had to do what you had to do in order to get here, and now you're reflecting back on it. It's like, yeah, a lot of things could have been, a lot of things could have been prevented, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Hindsight 2020. Now, things done in the dark will come to light. Now, whatever you always do in the dark, like secrets or whatever, eventually it will come to light whether you want it to or not. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whatever the case may be, it's going to come to light and you will have to own up to it. You have to face it. Of course, you can try to push it off or avoid it or skirt around the bush or beat around the bush as much as you want. Try to avoid what it is, but you know what it is. Like, own up to it instead of just keep trying to dodge something that you could have owned up to months ago, years ago, 2 days ago, weeks ago, whatever. Just own up to it right here, right now. And lastly, karma is a bitch. Like, the universe always balances itself out. Whatever you do bad on one person, it's going to end up coming back on you one way or another. It may not get you the next day, the next month, but it will eventually get you. And when it gets you, it's going to serve you a huge plate of, you thought you got away with it, but hell no. Nobody can avoid karma. Now, if you do good deeds, and try to keep your hand clean as best you can, keyword I said that, as best you can, then you will have little to no karma sometimes. But universe have a way of doing things to test you at the same time, to test your resolve, test your spirit, test whatever, to see if you really can handle any situation that's tossed at you. So if you can step up to it, then you're good. You can get through it. Nothing can backlash on you. If not, then expect you having hardships, expect things falling apart, expect X, Y, and Z at every corner. Because at the end of the day, you always have to remember, you don't want somebody doing bad on you if you already doing bad on other people. So tit for tat ain't always the answer to everything, but if you think that's what's going to get you through the day, then fine, do what you got to do. But I'm not going to continue doing this all the way through. I just can't. Like, this is not for me, you know. Now, also, I'm looking at the Three of Swords here, and it's so dreary, plus my heart is heavy when I was doing this video. And I say this in probably a lot of my videos though, like most of the time I feel like I want to cry, like to just bust out in tears and just release whatever is like built up. Like that's how this is feeling, like such a grief-stricken, the weighing of the heart, like so much pressure, anxiety. You feel so choked up. It's like it's hard to you to get out of this kind of restriction that you have, but yet you trying the best you can, but it feels like you can't because it's weighing you down and it's no light at the end of the tunnel. It's like you constantly drowning in it over and over and over again. And how can you get out of this well of drowning that you in? And it's like eventually maybe it can lift up off you, but not at this present moment. It feels like it's just going to be on you and be on you until some way, somehow, something just snaps you out of it. But at the same time, it's just like, it's just heavy. It's just heavy. Just heavy. And now the colors that really popped out to me the most was like this yellow. Like it's so vibrant. So vibrant. The yellow just standing out. It's like the attention is drawn on this situation, on this present moment. Like the spotlight is going to be beaming on everything, and it's like it's going to be hard to keep track of all the secrets, all the things coming out. Like spotlight here, spotlight there, spotlight there, spotlight there. So how can you keep track of every story that's coming around? But you know, it all revolves around one thing, that same thing over and over. It's like this connects to that, that connects to that. Like everything just ends up one giant puzzle eventually. But never, you just like, wow. Wow. So, wow. Wow. And it's like, I really feel like people should embody this King of Swords energy, because it's like that, because it's like, this is a lot of heavy mental energy this week. That mind is just going to be clicking. Like things are just going to be swift, so like things are just going to be sharp. Like that sword is super sharp. Like it's just cutting through everything. Like, no, boom. Be getting straight to the, like, we're not doing straight to it. Boom, boom, boom. Like if he could, he would probably be twisting that sword, and before you know, it'll be boom, down it goes. Chadu. Like, but at the same time, that energy can be deadly because if you use it too much, then you too rigid. But if you use it just right, you can definitely get through it. But I feel like it's more going to be straight truths, straight through. It's like, nah, you can't pull this game on me. And even with these clouds, this dark gray cloud, I would say this dull gray is really, I don't know, there's something about that dull gray that I don't like. Usually for me, like if it's I don't know, that dull gray, it ain't. Like I want to say it's neutral, but You know that how people say it's that gray area, like I don't know if I want to step in that. It's like if I step in that, we don't want to sink our toes in that, but it's gonna be like I told you so at the same time. Like I told you, but you didn't want to listen. Like I said, that hindsight, karma's a bitch, and what's done in the dark comes into light. Yeah, it's like that. That's what that dull gray comes back to. Ugh. And I don't know, I feel like this anxiousness as well. Doing heavy heart and the anxious energy to just like, just want to do. Let me just get everything done. Boosh. Swift, done. Alright. But at the same time, that week could be breezy as well. Like, things just, it'll be over before you know it. Which is awesome, because I would love it. Whew. So. But it will take a lot of maturity to own up to straight truths and the things you've done. And just do that. Just be wary of people that who's like this. Like who that manipulative, don't want to listen, ungrounded, the bitterness. That's the word, bitter. There we go. I knew it was something. I was like, I said the words I was saying before. I said those not clicking. Bitterness, straight bitter. Because that's not what they was. They didn't want it to fall like this. We tried to prevent as much as we could. But no. Like, you can only play with fire so much before you get burned eventually. That's another one. Yes. Okay. Whew. Okay, I feel better now. But yeah, that all-consuming fire. Like, once the flame get lit, it is no burning it out. Unless it wants to get burned out. There we go. Once you light that flame, that's it. I just struck the match. Boom. Choo-choo-choo. Everything else start blazing. I love it. Whew. But yeah, that's what I got for this weekly forecast for October 5th through the 11th of 2020. I mean, let y'all all just be strapped in, because it's like roller coaster. Simple roller coaster. But I love y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy this, and I definitely will see y'all in the next set of videos. Bye.